In this video, I am going to talk about how to publish to the Advisor server. Advisor allows you to publish a project that you created with Analyst or Analyst X to a server. The project then can be accessed via a web browser by end users. In here, for example, I have a customer's project that I've created in Analyst. Now, I want to be able to publish that. So to do so, I'm going to select File, Publish Dashboard, and then in here I get a server address. So in here you want to type the address of your server followed by /adv/. It is important to include the adv/ because that is the address for the folder that has the Advisor project. So again, in here, you're going to type your local server address, the server where you want to publish the project. In my case, it's this address, and then followed by ADV. Now, another option in here is you can select the different pages that get published in your project. So you can take out some pages. In here, for example, I want to take out the filters page because I do not want the end users to change the filters. I just want them to be able to do all other things, select, drill down, exclude data, share results, but I do not want them to filter the data or alter the filter. So I'm going to take out that page. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name my dashboard. So I'm going to call this customers demo. And then in here, I'm going to select the different options that I have. So I can allow project export. What that means is, are the end users going to be able to download the project file to run it locally while offline? One important thing I should mention here is, in order to do this, the end users will need the Desktop Navigator tool. So if they are able to download the project export, then they would be able to open that and run it on Desktop Navigator. The next option is allow data export. This means whether or not the users can export the data. So for example, in this data sheet, do I want the end users to download this data here or not? And the last option is whether to embed data or not on the project file. What this means is that the data can be compressed and encrypted and saved within the project file that is going to get published to the server. So if I leave this checked here, the data is going to be embedded in the project file, and then users are going to see the data as it is right now on my dashboard. So it's basically a snapshot of the data that is saved with a project. If I check this off, then the data is not going to be saved within the project, but the file, the save file, is just going to have links, calculations, the data sources and connections, and everything else, but not the data in itself. So what's going to happen then is, once the project is opened by an end user, then the software is going to connect again to the data sources and get fresh data. So in here, the option you have really depends on what you want to accomplish. if you're looking for data consistency, so for example, you want your team to have the same data throughout the day so that um, members of the team do not come up with different reports on the same day because the data changed, then you probably want to embed the snapshot of the data that you have so that everyone has the same data. On the other hand, if you're trying to look at more real-time data, or want to access data whenever the first user opens an advisor project on the server, then you probably want to leave this unchecked. In my case, I want to embed the data so that what I'm seeing now is what the end users are going to see. So then I am going to uncheck this other two options, leave them like that because this is a demo and I do not want to give access to the data or the project itself. And the last option is whether to publish using a server template or not. More of this in a second. So I click next, and in here it's again going to prompt me for a server template. So it is possible to create custom templates for a dashboard to be published in. If you would like some more information on the templates, please contact us at support@advisorsolutions.com. But in here, I'm just going to pick the default template, and I'm going to click Next. Now, it asks me for a destination for the published dashboard. So, a project file is going to be published inside a folder on the server directories. So it is possible to have multiple folders. In here I'm going to select the demo folder, but another thing to keep in mind is these folders can be credential-based protected so that people can only access folders that they are authorized to access. So if you have different dashboards that you want to give access just to a specific set of team members, then you can adjust these folders and the credentials, and that allows you to have control of what dashboards are there or also what data is shared with every person in the team. So if you want to get some more information on how to customize your directory so that it's credential-based protected, you can refer to our implementation guide that is included in the advisor installation folder. And if you have further questions, again, do not hesitate to contact us at support@advisorsolutions.com. So I'm going to select the demo folder here. Then I'm going to click Finish, and now it's publishing. So it tells me that it was successfully published. I can click here, and it's going to take me to the dashboard. So here it is. Here's our published dashboard. Thanks for watching the video.